It was a beautiful day. It was absolutely cold. But still, I wanted, to do something. I Googled some things to do. And then I came upon the leaf. It's actually an indoor horticultural attraction. So I thought, why not? I'll be going there. So once you enter inside the leaf, the first thing you hear is the sound of the waterfall, and it's just absolutely relaxing. Of course, I headed to the tropics, and for me, I thought, all right, this is a test for me. I'm going to try and see how many plants I can identify from the tropics. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. Okay, I saw coffee, and even though they had no beans, because they were just in bloom, it was really nice to see it. Star fruit, I was able to identify that. If it had just been the tree, I wouldn't be able to identify it without the name. But I do know what star fruit is. They had a whole jackfruit tree. Listen, like, I just want to go back when everything is in full bloom and all the fruits and everything is there. I just want to go back, just to see it, to feel the air bubbles in my head. They had fern, and of course, if you're from Jamaica, you definitely know about Fern Gully. They had cocoa. They had cocoa, and it actually had fruit on it. There's guava. I'm almost sure this is what we call, or what I call English guava. They're very small, like tiny, tiny guavas. I was able to identify this plant. I'm not sure what we call it in Jamaica, but it's called porter weed. I do know, but I'm sure we don't call it porter weed in Jamaica. I'm not sure what it is, what it is that we call it. They had a pimento tree, and they had ginger as well. I was able to identify the lemongrass, what I call fever grass, or what we call fever grass in Jamaica. When I saw this fruit at hindsight, I thought it was Nisberry, but once I read it, it said Mummy. This gentleman is from Jamaica. It's his favorite fruit. I've never seen it, but of course, I'm sure it's there. They had a whole breadfruit tree. Listen, a breadfruit tree. An entire banana walk was there with croton. there's anything such as yesterday, today, and tomorrow, this is what it looks like. It's actually a plant. I then went to the Mediterranean section, and there were lots of beautiful and unique plants. Inside was hot. Even though it's freezing outside, when I entered the building, the girl at the front, she was like, "Hey, do you want to leave your jacket?" And I was like, "Nah, I'll wear my jacket." But once I entered, I had to take it off. It was hot, like in the tropics hot. That section to the right is a vertical wall. The plants are there in pots. Those are not running plants. They're actually in pots. So they set it up, put them in pots, and they're on the wall. Then the final stop was at the butterfly garden on the third floor. They had a number of butterflies. There weren't many, but those that I saw, they were absolutely beautiful. And finally, I stepped outside on the third floor to get an overall view of this place. And it honestly, it was really worth the money. It was $15 to go in, and I really enjoyed it. It was really, really nice. And then, of course, I left upstairs and headed out.